Hi, I'm Helen Imge Szymanski with St. Mary's Wellness Center. 13 years ago, I got certified in yoga. I'm also now a certified health coach through the Institute of Integrative Nutrition and also trained at Duke Integrative Medicine. I love sharing body, mind, spirit, integrative, holistic practices with people of all ages. And that's exactly what we're doing at the Wellness Center. You're about to see a very small video clip of yoga. You can join in if you'd like or simply watch. But my hope is that you'll see yoga doesn't have to be about looking like a pretzel. You don't have to get hot and sweaty. It doesn't have to hurt. Yoga also isn't about comparing yourself to anybody else, nor what you used to be like or what you'd like to be. Yoga is about the now. The word yoga means to unite, to connect, to bring together. It brings together the body, mind, and spirit. And so for me, yoga has always been something much more than the physical. Today's practice is physical, but you can also enjoy slightly beginning to learn about breath work, and hopefully you'll see the state of relaxation that my friends and I, Anne and Leo, can enjoy. My hope is also that you can see that this small little yoga sampler can be done just as easily in your living room or your kitchen or the office. All of us need little stress breaks. So to rest, to relax, to renew, it can be done in an hour yoga session, but it can equally be done in 5 to 10 minutes, focusing on yourself, connecting to your breath, and actually enjoying just being. So let's get ready to begin. Leo, Anne, come join me and feel free to participate. We're going to start with a straight back forward bend. It's going to be really important to identify the powerhouse: thighs, abs, butt, back. So pressing down through the feet without locking your knees, engaging the thighs, abs, butt, back, your stabilization muscles, putting your fingers at your crease where the leg meets the torso. We're going to fold into a straight back forward bend, bending those knees as much as we need to accomplish feeling our back is long and strong. Hands on thighs or shins for some. Rotating the bottom up, elongating the spine, relaxing the shoulders. And we're going to get ready to come up using that powerhouse. Thighs, abs, butt, back, pressing the feet down, sweeping the arms out to the side overhead, and back down. So we're going to do the straight back forward bend now with the chair, whether it's at your office again or in your living room or kitchen. So placing your hands on the edge of a chair, starting to walk back slowly, bending the knees, and again, creating an elongation through your spine as if you're trying to get wrinkles out of a tablecloth on your dining room table. Rotating the bottom of your bottom up to the ceiling as the feet press down. And we'll take a couple of breaths here. Inhaling, filling our torso. Exhale, sighing. Inhale, filling our torso. Exhale, sighing. Coming out is important to do it supportively. Bend those knees and walk those feet towards the chair, letting the body come upright. And again, we'll take a cleansing breath. Inhale, arms out to the side, overhead, and back down. Now moving into crescent moon. Leo and Anne are going to take a seat now so that you can see that these poses can be done either standing or seated. When seated on a chair, we want to make sure that we feel safe. So we're at 1/2 to 1/3 forward on the chair. We don't want to be leaning on the back side of the chair. Okay, our legs are hip width apart for alignment, and let's begin. Crescent moon. I'll be doing the standing variation, right hand at your waist, or for those on the chairs, alongside the chair, left arm overhead. And thinking about moving your spine like a crescent moon, bending it, bowing it to the side like the letter C. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, fill the abdomen. Feel your left rib rise and fall. And when it's time to come up, once again, those stabilization muscles, our core muscles, thighs, abs, butt, back, engaged, rolling our spine up to the side, and arm comes down. We always want to balance both sides out in yoga. So Anne and Leo, let's begin on the other side. Anchoring through the tail, lengthening through the crown of the head, bowing the spine now like the letter C. Making sure that we stay rooted down through the hip and that we keep open and spiraling. Rooted and open, that we don't collapse or roll forward, elongating through the arm the best that we can, and lifted through the heart. Using your core strength once again, keeping that hip down. Articulate the spine from the base, waist, ribs, shoulders. Let's go. Roll it back up to center and let your arm come down. Great. Moving into spinal twist. I'm going to be demonstrating it on the chair again as a variation or an alternative pose for those that would like a little bit more challenge working on their balance. So once again, Leo and Ann in the seated position. We'll be all turning to the right to get started. We always want spinal twist to start at the base of the spine, not from the middle or the top. So don't lead with your head or shoulders. We're communicating once again to those core muscles. So moving from below the belly button first, towards the right, above the belly button, low ribs, mid ribs, upper ribs, and shoulders down the back. Let's take a nice deep breath. Inhale, filling the abdomen, ribs and chest. Sigh, emptying chest, ribs, and belly. And again, inhale, filling the belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, empty, shoulders down the back. Let's spiral forward, please. First head, then shoulders, then ribs, then waist. To the other side we go. So rotating now to the left, starting again at the base of the body, and going left now. Belly button, above belly button, low ribs, middle ribs, and shoulders down the back. We want to make sure the chin is comfortable and the neck nice and long. And let's take some nice good abdominal diaphragm breaths. Inhaling, expanding the belly, broadening the ribs, filling the chest, and empty, empty, empty. Once again, we'll spiral now from the top of the body to come out. Head first, then shoulders, then ribs, then waist. So we'll take a cleansing breath, sweeping the arms out to the side overhead, only as far as is comfortable, and exhale, arms back down, slow to the sides. Super. Moving on to the next one for the hips. Placing your left ankle on your right thigh. I call this the number 4. So first off, a lot of people are really tight in the hips. So you may want to start off very gently, just stroking your hand down that thigh muscle. And that may be all you need to do. The next option is to actually use your left hand on your left thigh and press down and ease off. It's a real subtle movement. Using your left hand on your left thigh, just press down, creating a little bit of a stretch, and ease back off. Make sure you don't contort your body or try too hard on this. One more time together. Press down through the thighs, shoulders relax, soft face, and ease off. Your next option is to add a forward bend. Placing your fingers at your crease, your thumb at your rib, we want to make sure we have a really good straight back forward bend. We don't want to crumple. We don't want to tuck our head. We want to hinge our body forward. You may want to place your arms on your legs. We want to elongate the neck. Relax the shoulders. And when it's time to come up, using the core again, thighs, abs, butt back, the head comes with the body. It does not lead the body. And on to the other side. Right ankle on left thigh. Again, if you need to adjust on your chair, feel free to. Start stroking down that right thigh muscle. Feel free to stay right there. Again, next option, press down through the thigh bone, ease up. Press down, holding, maybe even for a breath. Take a nice deep breath in, sigh, and ease off. And again, continue if you want, or stay with that pose. Moving into a forward bend, fingers at your crease, thumbs at your ribs, only to show that we don't want to crumple in the belly. So keep that spacious as you forward bend only to the place that is comfortable, an interesting stretch, not a painful stretch. Placing the arms on your legs or your hands, or folding deeply. Letting the head again be a comfortable elongation. You can flex the right foot for a little bit more intensity. But once again, when it's time to come up, please use your team. The stabilization muscles, the powerhouse, thighs, abs, butt, back, and come up. Releasing that leg down. So let's go ahead and stand up now. All three of us to the side. Feet greater than hip width apart here. We're getting ready for a rounded forward bend, which has a different feet stance than the straight back forward bend. So feet greater than hip width apart, knees soft through the whole pose. We're getting ready to roll down as if there's a big beach ball right in front of our belly. Draw that beach ball in with your muscles, rounding your spine over that beach ball, but not in a tight way. And begin articulating, rolling the spine and that imaginary beach ball down until you're at a comfortable drip, drip, drip. Knees are bent, and we begin, if we want, to sway. This is ragdoll or gorilla. Legs are softly bent or greatly depending on your hamstrings, your back muscles. But the head is definitely dangling. Make sure you maybe can see your belly button so that the neck isn't lifted. Look at your belly button, or your knees. Folding the arms is an option. Left hand on right bicep, right hand on left. And we can just drip, drip, drip. Enjoying some nice three-part, three-dimensional yoga breathing. Inhale, fill the belly, broaden the ribs. And as you empty, allow the crown and the elbows and the spine to drip, drip, drip. We're getting ready to come up now. Please place your hands either on your shins or thighs, whatever is most comfortable. Using our powerhouse, thighs, abs, butt, back, and pressing down through our feet. We're going to be articulating our spine, so draw your abdomen in and let's begin to roll up now. Rolling the spine up an imaginary brick wall, letting the shoulders stay relaxed. Down the back, sigh. Preferably feeling the crown of the head floating to the ceiling, the tail anchoring, and the heart opening. Sigh again. So now we're going to go to the floor for just a few moves. So starting with a few pelvic rocks. Feet being hip width apart preferably. Hands underneath your thighs or behind you if you need some support in the lower back. So drawing the abdomen in, tucking the tailbone, C-shaped spine, and let your back muscles now push and open your abs and chest. Using your abdominal muscles and chest muscles, tuck your tail, tuck your chin, and using your back muscles, allow the body to lift and open. Again, this can be a very small, little subtle movement just in the pelvic region called pelvic rock, or it can be a little bit more opening of the chest and C-shaping of the spine. So 2 more times, pelvic rocking. And coming to an upright position, and we're about to come down to the mat. Instead of just taking the body back, I'd like you to roll towards your side and down. A milder way of approaching coming down to the mat. Feet hip width apart. As you may have noticed, I've placed some blankets under Leo's neck. Many people need support underneath the head to level out the chin. So making sure that the chin is level or slightly tucked is a good cue for you to realize if you need a blanket. If the chin is tilted back, you may want to put a couple blankets underneath your head so that the neck is nice and long and comfortable. So now we're going to do pelvic rock on the floor, similar to what we just did in the seated position. So feet are a little bit greater than hip width apart on the pelvic rock. We're going to go ahead and tuck our tailbone and allow our back to flatten, and then push our pubic bone away and allow our lower back to mildly arch. I could also say draw your abdomen down to the floor as your back flattens, and allow your abdomen or belly button to rise to the ceiling as your lower back arches. This is a small, gentle movement. We're not lifting the buttocks. We're not clenching muscles. We're just continuing to tuck tailbone, flatten back, push pubic bone, mildly arch back. If you're relaxed enough, you'll even notice that your head and chin are going to mildly bob up and down with the rest of the skin and body on your yoga mat. One last pelvic rock all together, and we'll come to stillness for a moment. So now moving into spinal lift, we'll take our feet now to hip width apart, where our feet, knees, and hips are the same distance apart. This is more active than pelvic rock. Our arms are alongside our body. Walk those shoulder blades down away from your ears. Don't let them crunch the earlobes. And we're going to get ready. Feet pressed down, tuck tail, Lift buttocks, peeling the spine up towards the ceiling, only as high and comfortable as you feel today, and rolling the spine in a sequential fashion back down to greet the mat. Each of us are different. Our abilities change every day. Tuck tail, lift hips, peel spine, only up as high as is comfortable today with no tension in your chest or neck. Roll back down, articulating the spine, trying to individually move sequentially the spinal column. Last time all together, tuck tail, lift hips, peel the spine up off the mat and roll it back down. And once you're back down, a nice sigh, a softening of all those muscles. So now bringing our body into a tuck position, bringing thighs to your chest, wrapping your hands around your shins or behind your thighs if it troubles your knees. We're all going to sway side to side, which feels really relaxing for most people, letting your head, hips, and legs sway together slowly, like you're in a hammock. If that doesn't seem feasible to you today, feel free to keep your feet on the floor, greater than hip width apart, and just sway your legs side to side. Nice and slow, nice and soothing. Close your eyes if you're comfortable for our final 3 sways together. And 2 more. And last one. Coming to center stillness, bringing the feet back down to the mat, a little greater than hip width apart. And we're getting ready now for relaxation. Moving into some abdominal diaphragm breathing, closing your eyes if you're ready. Legs can be long or bent, your choice. Long-legged position is called corpse pose, but if you have a tender back, feel free to keep your knees bent. Eyes closed, hands on your belly, sigh. Inhale, imagine there's a balloon in your belly, and your belly expands. Exhale, allow your belly, that imaginary balloon, to deflate. Inhale, receive and be filled. Exhale, sigh, sink, soften and spread. Inhale, receive breath. Allow the abdomen to fill, your ribs to broaden and your chest to rise. Exhale, allow your chest to fall, your ribs to narrow, and your belly button to sink towards the floor. Inhale, receiving and be filled. Exhale, sigh, sink, soften and spread. Allow in-breath to roll in gently. Allow in-breath to roll out gently. Adding to that relaxation breath, feel free to add a personal intention. Inhaling in that which you'd like to have a little bit more in your life. So whether it's peace or gratitude, perseverance, courage, inhale, connecting to that personal intention for yourself this day. Exhale, sigh, sink, soften and spread it throughout your body, your mind, and your spirit. Inhale, receive and be filled. Exhale, sigh, let go. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day. So at St. Mary's Wellness Center, you'll find myself and several other instructors excited to help you find out more about these body, mind, spirit programs and services.